Hello and welcome back to TFE, a weekly news podcast in which we give our thoughts, feelings, and emotions on the latest and greatest film and tech streaming news. I am your host Dan, and I'm joined with you as always by our gracious co-host Danny.
Yes, I have watched you struggle with the fact that I haven't put in this week's episode we talk about, so you don't know.
So in this week's episode, we are going to talk about the new Matrix trailer, the Game Awards, and a bomb squad race due to emergency.
Yes.
But first off, we are going into rapid reviews, and we're going to talk about Hawkeye, episode 4.
Spoilers. Yelena turns up. And
Yes.
that is the most interesting thing, and then pieces out.
I feel like it's getting a bit more interesting. Not much more, but, a little bit.
I'm struggling, man. I'm really struggling with this TV show.
I think we've been ruined by Arcane.
True. And all the other Marvel stuff. Interesting characters, better plot lines. I'm not a big fan of Christmas. I don't care about Hawkeye. I like Haley Steinfeld. I like Yelena, but she just turns up and pieces out. That went nowhere.
I'm just hoping that there's something else to the series. Because at the minute, there's not enough.
No, it's. I hope Hawkeye dies at the end of this and doesn't get home for Christmas. Because what a slap in the face that will be.
I don't want that to happen.
I do. That would be the greatest thing. That would be the best Christmas present Marvel could give me. Is if at the end of their TV show, the big twist is that Hawkeye doesn't get home for Christmas and dies at the hands of the Kingpin.
We don't know Kingpin's in this. We don't know that.
We do. It's 100% he's in it.
I feel like Kingpin is just going to be a sort of setup at the end.
Stop saying Kingpin. It's Kingpin.
What did I say?
Ping. You put a G at the end of it.
Oh, well, I'm late and tired, all right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
It's not pig.
hopefully Kingpin. I can't stop saying
Pin.
it. Kingpin.
It's pin.
You've been in my head.
Nope.
All right, Kingpin. Kingpin. All right, Kingpin probably won't show up as a main antagonist. I think it's too late for that now.
No, but people have speculated. Well, if he didn't get stamped, he's had 5 years to, because he's a businessman and he's like a real estate, so he could buy up real estate and stuff. So people are reckoning he's got more power now because he's bought real estate, which is just the most boring, way to gain power.
I feel like it's going to be more just showing up right at the end. He's going to go, "Yep, I'm here now. I'm now running the business," and I think that'll be it. If he does show up, I think that will be.
Yeah, I reckon what it's going to do is he's going to turn up. Daredevil's going to come in and stab him through the neck, and then it's just going to be like, I'm in the MCU now. I'm going to be in Spider-Man. Watch this.
We don't know he's in Spider-Man.
We don't, but they have. We'll get onto it. We'll get onto it.
Yes.
Marvel has cast their Daredevil.
Yes, they have. But episode overall, in the scale of the things,
They're fine. It's one of the better episodes.
yeah, I do agree. I hope it carries on, though. I think this series can still be saved. The last 2 episodes are great. It could be saved.
Yeah, we've still got that fight sequence where he's wearing a suit. Who knows?
Yeah.
From the trailer.
It's definitely setting up that he's going to have his comic suit.
Well, a version of it. I don't think he's ever going to wear the mask thing.
No, that's stupid. Why would he wear that? Jeremy Renner would look at that and go, no.
Yeah, but I mean, they could do it. It could be one of those, what are they called? Masquerade ball masks. And he could be going to a masquerade ball, and he could have that as his little mask thing, as a little subtle nod.
I don't know. Maybe. Anyway, that's our review. We will keep you updated as things go ahead in future
I forgot
episodes.
to watch the trailer. I forgot to watch this trailer. Keep going.
Anyway, moving on to our movie news of the week, and going into stream that movie news into my head. We are going to talk about our trailer of the week, which is The Matrix Resurrections, trailer number 2.
Yes, a trailer that I forgot to watch, that I found, but I didn't fucking watch. Because I have very little interest.
One, it sort of gave me a bit different vibes to the first one.
It seems to be heavily referencing the first 3 movies.
Yeah, this one, I think it's got a bit more plot to it, sort of understanding what's going to happen. I thought the first one didn't really give away much. It just sort of said it exists.
Hey, look,
Whereas
it's
this
a
one.
trailer. Oh, look, all the robots are back.
I mean, I think
the
it's
pods.
don't get me wrong. I think the action sequences are so great. You got the slowing down motion of Neo being the chosen one, or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it looks nice, but I need to watch the other ones before I actually care about this.
I just got a feeling it's going to suck.
I mean, only one of the directors is on it, so... And then also the other 2 were bad. And then people are slowly coming around to them that I've seen. It's like enough distance, people are going, no, this thing that was shit is now good because that's how the world works now.
To be fair, that's exactly what happened to Star Wars.
Yeah.
Everyone hated the prequels.
It's the prequels meme. It's because everyone's memed it, and now the generation that grew up with it goes, yeah, I actually like this thing. There's nuance. It's subtle. It's not subtle. But yeah, I mean, it looks good.
Are you going to go watch this movie?
If I watch all the others before it, if not, then I'm not going to go watch it. I'll wait until it comes out on streaming and watch it. Although it is coming to streaming because it's one of those HBO Max day of release along with cinema.
So maybe on Now TV?
Maybe. Certainly maybe. Oh
We'll
my
have to
god,
wait
he
and see,
caught
we'll have to wait and
bullets with the power of magic.
Well, I want to go on to some bigger news of the week, which is, as you said, Marvel has now cast Daredevil.
Daredevil. Charlie Cox.
Who would have thought?
Is there Daredevil from the Netflix?
Which is sort of concerning because a little while ago there was a leaked, with quotation marks, photo of Charlie Cox in Spider-Man.
Man, sitting down at a table.
Yes.
As his lawyer.
Many people thought it was photoshopped, me included. However, there's now a chance it might not be.
Yeah. There's also all of the... People, stop posting pictures of spoilers for movies, because in fucking shorts or whatever is the thumbnail, it pisses me off.
I'm going to have
like shorts at
such
the best
a hard
of
time. Are you watching this day of release?
I'm watching it twice day of release.
Fair enough. I'm not. I am going to watch it at Saturday at the minimum.
Right, okay.
So I've got to avoid it for 4 days. Avoid the internet for 4 days.
Okay. Well, by that time, I'll probably have watched it 5 times.
You don't even know it's going to be good. It might be terrible. It might be the worst Spider-Man film you've ever watched.
Well, okay, if it's terrible, I'll have watched it 2 times by the time you watch it. If it's good, I'll have watched it 5 times by the time you watch it. So you can tell when I start the review by how many times I've watched it, is it good or not?
We'll soon find out.
Somewhere in the middle.
I look forward to it. But I don't think Daredevil will be in Spider-Man.
Well, the thing is, because it was Kevin Feige who confirmed it, and he went, he is our Daredevil. We just don't know when he's going to turn up, when and where.
Well, I don't think Daredevil will turn up. I think Matt Murdock might turn up.
Oh, yeah, Matt Murdock will. And then we'll get murked. They'll cast him, have him murked off, and then I just want all the MCU characters to die. I just need to, like, Hawkeye to die, Kingpin to die.
There's too many. Gotta give that to you.
All the Eternals to die.
Well, a lot of them
I
did.
gotta watch Eternals again before Spider-Man. I don't know why.
Well, at the rate of how many they die a film, it's not going to be long until they are all dead.
Speaking of a character who might die,
yes.
Let's go on to the Marvel news.
Letita Wright is done with the MCU and Black Panther. So this is the actress who played Shuri.
Please. Yep.
Because of
for the dumbest reason. Yeah.
Mandates. She's an anti-vaxxer and she's now been banned from playing Shuri.
Well, no, she's basically potentially done. It's not confirmed yet if she's been booted from the role, but she's potentially done with the MCU because she sustained an injury on set, so she's already been badly hurt. And she doesn't believe in. She doesn't want to get the vaccine, which is just selfish because you're basically putting the lives of all your colleagues at risk because you're a very privileged person to be able to work as a movie star. Also, she's only like in her 20s, and it's just weird, man. It's just weird.
Yeah, get your vaccine. Like, it's fine.
Also, it's just like no one's gonna hire her after this if she's just not willing to do it. She can't go because she needs the vaccine to travel, and movies require travel. So she's basically just hindering herself dramatically if she doesn't get it. Like any other movie production, unless it's based solely in wherever she's staying currently, she's kind of fucked. It seems like such a weird career choice to throw it. Like you're in the biggest franchise of all time as one of the pivotal characters who believes in science. Like your character is all about science.
Yeah, it's
just
so
goes
funny.
to show you. It just goes to show how good an actor she is, because she pretends to believe in science for a movie.
I don't know what to do with that.
So for Marvel, the rumor is that the backup plan now is for M'Baku to become the new Black Panther if Shuri... Because they've already delayed Black Panther because of this rumored thing. Like because of the vaccine, because of the injury, because she's just apparently done with it all. So next choice is M'Baku. They might multiverse madness it and put a Killmonger from an alternate dimension who's a Black Panther. There's ways around it, but it just seems like a big thing to destroy your career over.
I think that's actually the best option would be to go back in time and change the timeline now, because there's so much of a...
Yeah.
It's not going to work out well. You have to be very careful now what you do. Going to have to be some inventive writing.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah. Move on.
Yes, move on. Just to a quick side story, not too long. Marvel's Eternals has now got a January Disney Plus streaming date.
Yes. And also, Shang-Chi 2 is getting a sequel, written and directed by the same person who did the first one.
I mean, that's no surprise based on...
Yeah, no, it was one of the best movies of the year.
Possibly the best, arguably.
Certainly the best Marvel... No, wait, Venom 2. No, best MCU movie. Nope, Venom is now MCU. Tied.
I would still say Shang-Chi is a better film.
Oh, yeah, no, I liked Venom 2, but I think Shang-Chi is a better film. It's crazy that fucking Justice League came out this year.
We talked enough about Marvel. Let's go to DC. Patty Jenkins, so hated in the film
world of everywhere. Well, supposedly, because she made Wonder Woman 2.
Well, she now dropped out of the Cleopatra film to focus on Wonder Woman 3 and Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, so we spoke about it last time, a couple weeks ago, maybe, or last week, that the Star Wars film that she was going to be directing was cancelled potentially because of Wonder Woman 2, and the Rian Johnson one as well were apparently cancelled. And now they've basically confirmed that it's not, because she's now dropped out of another film with Gal Gadot to do another film with Gal Gadot.
She likes working with Gal Gadot.
Yeah, maybe Gal Gadot will be in Rogue Squadron.
I wouldn't put it past it.
I would actually like that. I reckon she could do a good... because they're the Inquisitors, right? The evil Sith.
Oh, she should make a good Inquisitor.
Yeah, that's what... Because there's the female ones, right?
Well, she could do that. There's one in Star Wars game.
Yeah, Fallen Jedi. Fallen Jedi.
Nope, Jedi Fallen Order.
I got close. I got some of the words. But yeah, I mean, it's just... I mean, do you want another Wonder Woman? What era are they going to set it in?
I think it has to be current day now, surely.
Nah, 90s. She's going to go to a blockbuster and do Captain Marvel, but not Captain Marvel.
I feel like a third one could work, and I sort of feel like there needs to be a third one to redeem the franchise after the awful second one.
Did you ever watch it?
I've seen enough clips to get an opinion on it.
Yeah, it's not a good movie.
The whole point where she's just having sex with another bloke because she thinks it's her boyfriend, which is technically rape.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, it's fine.
Weird cat CGI. Yeah, it's the weird cat CGI. Cat's level CGI, not because of Cheetah. Yeah, it's a mess of a movie, but it's meant to be a fun throwback, fancy thingy-majiggy.
No, it wasn't. It was a mess of plot lines and stupidness.
Yeah. Speaking of plot lines of stupidness and stuff,
and things getting cancelled. Cowboy Bebop is getting cancelled by Netflix after one season.
Yeah, so I didn't watch it. Did you watch it?
No, I didn't even... So I had multiple things to talk about this, and I have no idea what it is.
So Cowboy Bebop is an anime, Dan.
Yes, Netflix... sounds terrible.
No, it's one of the better ones, apparently. I've never watched it, but it's one of the best reviewed, animes. It's only, one season, and a movie, I think. So I guess the fact that they're cancelling after one season when it's only one season makes sense. But, they basically did a live-action remake of it, and apparently it's awful. And I know people who like it, I know people who hate it. But
well, on Rotten Tomatoes, it's currently sitting at 46% for audience and 56%. So no, 46%
that's
critics.
no arcane numbers.
That is no arcane numbers. And 6.8 on IMDb. So not actually the worst thing.
No, but people are very divided on it because it's just a live-action remake of an anime, and people hate them because, as we know, Dan, it's an Alita Battle Angel.
Yes. Fantastic. Although most people seem to like that film, and I still question their existence.
Yeah, you were proper positive on it when I was hating it, and then I made you watch it, and you were like, no. If you want to listen to us hate this movie, go watch our TBO commentary on Alita Battle Angel.
Yeah, that was not a good time.
There's solid 2 hours of us just being miserable. Kind of like this podcast.
I'm not miserable. I'm just tired. But you know what, right? We may be tired and we may be miserable sometimes, but at least we get the episodes out, right? We're on the grind.
Ignore the fact that I got my episode of TPO out a day late.
Was it?
Yeah. I forgot to upload.
I think I've done that before.
Yeah, you've done that before. I just did it. I was like, oh shit. So this the last episode of TBO that we had was a day late. So I apologize for that.
Yes, we are sorry. But that is our movie news over and done with. We are going on to a subsection of why does this exist? And we have Oreo wine.
Yeah. Do you want to pour that into milk?
Yeah. Is this alcoholic, by the way?
Well, it's wine, Dan.
Yeah, but mulled wine isn't alcoholic.
Well, then maybe not. How do you... Is it just berries?
Yeah, it's just berries.
Yeah. Peanut butter? Ugh. No, I don't want peanut butter. What if you combined... So Barefoot Oreo wine exists for the grown-ups who want to sip cookies' classic taste. The Oreo Fins red wine by Barefoot includes some dark cherry and blackberry notes along with oak for a nice finish, and of course, there'll be that familiar chocolate taste of Oreo along with its cream filling. I guess.
Yeah, so this is probably the most stupidest thing I think I've seen all year. And I never thought I would see this.
It's available on their website, Barefoot's website, for $24.99.
Can I get in the UK?
Maybe. I don't see.
I'm debating buying it.
I know shipping websites that can ship from the Americas to the UK. Where is Oreo? Where is their Oreo? Search Barefoot Red Label Oreo. Red Blend. Let's see what their website says. Sold out. Ah, Dan, you can't get it.
Oh,
it's sold out.
I want Oreo wine, though.
You can sign up for their email list to see if they come it back.
Damn. It sounds so terrible. I want to try it.
What was the... there's been so much alcohol, infused. There was, I don't know. There's so much random shit that it's just been turned into alcohol for no real reason.
Sad.
I mean, I'm sorry that you didn't get to order it, Dan.
It's okay.
Let's go on to something you can maybe order.
Yes, we're going to go on to the gaming news of the week and talk about we've lost the control of the news. And we're going to go on to Destiny, funny enough, our favorite game. But I don't know if you've been aware. Oh, your second. Oh, well, yeah. So it's our joint favorite game, you know?
Yes.
Anyway, Destiny 2 has had their 30th edition released. 30th Bungie, where they bring in the Halo guns and old favourites. And they brought back the Gjallarhorn. And what they do when they bring back the Gjallarhorn? They immediately nerfed it. But not by making it bad. By making an actual nerfed dart variant of the Gjallarhorn.
Yeah. A gun I don't really care about in Destiny. It's a rocket launcher. I don't use rocket launchers.
However, a nerfed rocket launcher does sound quite fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's just if it just fires one gigantic nerf bullet, then yeah, that'd be funny.
How great would that be?
You have... No, if it knocks a kid back, it literally just
knocks him out.
Pelts them. Yeah.
It gives a concussion.
It's got a rock in it. The first deadly nerf weapon. Just proper, has a Gatling gun style level of force behind it.
I definitely want it though. It's definitely cool.
Can you buy it? Is it up for pre-order or something?
It's coming soon. It's currently €171.
Jeez.
And it's
$160. Ooh, you can expect tax on it. Bungie's official Gjallarhorn Blast. Yeah, so it's on the official Bungie store.
Yeah, but it's been sold out. Like I said, it's sold out immediately.
Yes, out of stock.
It's also a
Pre-order.
1-to-1 scale.
Yeah, so it's big.
It's more than 4 feet long.
I always forget that Destiny has a bunch of shit on here that costs $777,777 or something like that, because they have in-game rewards where you can get a code if you complete in-game challenges, and you can only get the discount of a massive saving, so it goes down to £20 if you complete game challenges. Otherwise you could just pay £7,000.
Here's the features of this new weapon. It features a first of its kind mega shell that blasts 3 darts at once from the shell.
Oh,
so it has shrapnel.
So you can hit 3 kids at once.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It has an illuminated scope for game accurate reloading feature. Features a breach loading mechanism, same as the game.
Fair.
Has premium packaging and has Bungie Rewards Edition, including Bungie Rewards Certificate and Sensitivity and Bungie Rewards Decal.
Yeah.
Warning, eye injury.
And death.
Yeah, who would have thought? I don't know, I think it's pretty cool. And I would actually get one if it wasn't sold out and it wasn't so expensive.
You could buy one secondhand, Dan. You could buy the scalper market.
Yay, definitely.
You could buy it twice as much.
Do you know, I was actually debating whether or not to buy a Destiny hoodie.
I've got one.
Have you?
Have fun. Yeah, somewhere over there. It's got like little patches that you can put your light thing on.
You can get a Tekken hoodie, although I don't think it's meant for men because the sizes is unisex or women, which makes sense because Tekken's in Destiny are women.
I can't remember. It's been a while since I've done lore for Destiny.
But I think our viewers have fed us talking about Destiny for long enough, and let's go on to something I'm sure they love talking about. PUBG, you know, that game. Remember that game?
Remember the first Battle Royale that lost its title to Fortnite as best Battle Royale?
Well, that's not I suppose it's the first one to lose its title.
Yeah. And then...
What did you say the first Battle Royale was actually Minecraft Hardcore?
I don't know.
Because that came out in 2008.
Yeah, but the first Battle Royale was
Games,
way before that. Yeah, the Hunger Games.
So it was Minecraft Hunger Games. That's the first game, I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm sure there were games like it before.
Maybe, but it wasn't popular. I think Minecraft made it popular.
But yeah, it's going free to play. Will that make you play it?
Last attempt at a dying franchise.
Dan, don't say that Destiny 2 went free to play. You still have to pay for all the DLC, but it's free to play.
I'm not going to lie, it still was the last attempt at a dying franchise.
Yeah, they kind of stuffed it. They needed players, so... And then they immediately alienated their fan base who have paid a lot of money for that game, making it free to play. Not anyone in particular.
It's just annoying when you buy things and then they fault it and you go, well, that was a waste of money. It's gone now.
Yep. Where's my refund? Also, I never got the fucking emblems and shit that they promised.
I'll be pissed off. I've been on the phone. I would have complained.
I think it was because I bought it on one account and then used it on the other account, so they never gave it to me.
But talking about
I didn't apparently have enough time.
Talking about stupid purchases, NFTs, they're back in the news once again. I feel like we should just call ourselves the NFT podcast. Because Ubisoft has announced Quartz, a blockchain-powered NFT cosmetic system.
Yeah, you can buy helmets in Tom Clancy's whatever the last one was.
So many of them.
Not Ghost Recon. Tom Clancy. 20 Without Remorse is the next game apparently. What's the Ghost Recon? Tom Clancy's Ghost
Recon was 2021.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint. That's the last one. That's the one that you can buy it for. Yeah, that's the game that's getting.
It's still Ghost Recon, by the way. Breakpoint.
Yeah. Ubisoft breaks the seal on gaming NFTs with Ghost Recon. Yeah, that's what I mean. Breakpoint.
Isn't Breakpoint isn't a add-on to Ghost Recon?
No, it's the name of the thing.
Oh.
Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I think. Who knows? I don't play those games. I played one of them, and I liked it, and I got a really good headshot. Because I was just doing a sniping thing where I was just walking as far away as I could, and I got like a 500-meter headshot.
Oh no! Apparently, so there's 3 different Ghost Recons. I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's loads of Ghost Recons. Yeah, there's loads of them.
Oh my god, there's more than 3. There's so many. Why is there so many Ghost Recons?
Because, Dan, it's a franchise. Breakpoint is the last one that released.
There's almost more than COD.
Yeah, Tom Clancy is like all of them. It encompasses everything, Dan. There's a lot. But yeah, you can buy helmets. And they've got numbers on them. And they're NFTs. So they're visual cosmetics. But Ubisoft could reconsider its NFTs if the environmental impacts aren't solved for it. So, they're not saying they're against them, but they're saying the pressure for people who don't like the environmental impacts is enough to maybe stop them. But if the money flows in, then they're not going to care.
Yeah,
I just hate the fact that every company now has to put NFTs into everything because their investors are like, this is the new thing that gets us money, so put it in. And it's just like, fuck off.
I really hope it does become the tulips. Please. I beg.
I do. I hope. I hope it dies.
Because there's a chance it might not.
It will, hopefully.
I feel like it has to because it's ridiculous. It's like,
It will be like the housing market. It will crash at some point and everything will be worthless.
that is true, but the housing market is not going to crash for a very long time.
No, it's already crashed. That's what I mean. When it crashed.
Oh, back in 2008?
Yeah.
But it won't crash again for a very long time.
It's getting there.
Whenever back in 2008, it's hard to, supply and demand, remember? Like,
Yeah. But there's...
at the minute, if you put a house on the market, it'll sell in a week.
True.
Which means it's not going to crash anytime soon.
Yeah, but it's a lot of people who are buying it just to have a second holiday home.
I know, it's stupid. And then people like me who can't afford a house now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It will crash because there'll be a massive demand, but people won't have housing.
It'll crash when there's no demand and there's a massive supply. That's when it'll crash.
Hmm.
And when
there is a
far
massive
from that.
There's a massive demand, but there's no housing.
Yeah,
So
but that doesn't make it crash. That means the market goes up in price.
Yeah, but it will crash.
Look at the
It will crash.
graphics card market. That thing's booming because there's so much demand.
It will get there. It will get there. But let's talk about a good thing.
Yeah, I need to
Let's
relax.
go to
It's stressing me out. UK's voice acting studio has reached an agreement with Equity to safeguard voice actors working in games.
Yeah, because if a voice actor loses their voice, that's their livelihood. Because it's like, hey,
Yeah.
look, I can't voice act anymore. What am I meant to do? So it's basically to put placement in rules that you can't do more than a certain amount of hours, and just like so you don't wear your voice out, basically.
That's good.
Which is always
it's needed.
It's just like a standardized set of rules that people have to follow when they're... Because you can't just force someone to do like 1 million lines a day or something like that. You got to have like, this is how many lines they're allowed to do. This is how long they have to do it. If they go over that, you got to start paying them extra, sort of stuff like that. It's just good practice.
And then
bad
also
things,
talk
Dan.
about things being good. Activision Blizzard has laid off... I definitely misread this thing.
Yep, that's what I mean. I was like, bad things. You went, no, it's a good thing. Dan supports Activision laying off a lot of its staff.
I thought it was getting rid of the sexual harassment people, but it's not, is it?
Nope, it's worse than that. So at least a dozen Raven software quality assurance contractors got laid off.
I'm sorry, and I made a severe lack of misjudgment. It won't happen again.
So basically, they fired all of their QA quality testers before the holidays. Tell them if they are being promoted or terminated on January 28th. As of writing, about a third of Raven's software QA testers have been informed that they are being laid off. So it's not good. Activision is currently having a bunch of walkouts from staff and Blizzard as well.
You never
from
know.
People
Maybe
protesting
there will be a new
Activision shitty... No, there'll still be a COD, Dan. They'll just hire people who don't care.
To be fair, Activision don't make the games. They just publish them.
Yeah. But they're still basically going, hey, look, sexual harassment's good. Come on. We've still got our CEO who's a cunt.
They're just trying to bury it,
It will blow over by next year.
That's a sad thing. Nobody will care eventually.
Yeah, people will still buy COD because gamers don't give a shit. It's just
to be
people
fair,
outside.
COD's doing terrible.
Well, that's because it's not a... Well, people say it's a good game, but I'm not buying it.
I'm not buying it either.
I went and played Modern Warfare 2 again because I plugged in my PS3. Me and my mate have been playing it, playing the Spec Ops missions, the thing that I wanted when they remastered fucking Modern Warfare 2, and they didn't have it.
So
and it's been great.
Call of Duty Vanguard launch sales are the lowest since COD 4.
Yeah, there was also an article that was really stupid where it was why aren't people buying the new COD? And it was like a survey size of like 670 people, and it was just like properly just targeted at like going, hey, look, COD sucks at this point. But it wasn't like any actual like real argument as to why COD is not selling, because it's just like, oh, people are playing other games, they're still playing Modern Warfare, like Warzone, and it's just like, why do I need to buy it? But it was only like 600 people, the sample size that they use, so it's just like, the COD's a $1 billion franchise. More than 600 people are playing it. You need a bigger sample
Vanguard
size.
is down 40% compared to last year.
Yeah, but it's a lot of factors, because like people are still playing Warzone. It's free. They've basically kind of shot themselves in the foot.
Well, I think also people just don't want this genre of COD. They don't want to do World War II again.
Yeah, but everyone complained that they went future, and now they're
No,
complaining.
but people actively enjoyed the new Modern Warfare they made. That was a good COD.
It was alright.
Yeah, because it have Spec Ops.
Yeah.
Or good Spec Ops. Like, yeah, I get that. I know you won, right? But it was still a good COD. Like, the
No, it
multiplayer
did
was
have
good.
Spec Ops. That's what I mean. It
Yeah,
did
but it
have
wasn't
Spec
good
Ops,
Spec
but it
Ops,
was
though.
shit. No, it was shit Spec Ops because it was 4 people. And you had to wait around for 2 other people to play, and it was just like, nah.
No,
These are
yeah,
bad
it wasn't
maps,
good Spec
bad
Ops,
mission.
but the actual multiplayer was good, and I think the campaign was a hit and miss. But the actual multiplayer was good, which I can't fault for.
Like, that was the last campaign I played, and I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It was alright, but I think I'd actually buy. I think I might buy next year's COD, the next Modern Warfare.
To be honest, I didn't like the mission in London, which was the big selling point. I was just like, nah, I didn't like this mission.
No, well, we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. But let's go on to something
The
we
Game
talked
Awards.
about. I think. Well, I was going to go to Matrix Awakens first.
Yeah, but that is the part of the Game Awards.
Oh,
I
is
just
it?
put it there.
I didn't know
Yeah.
it was. The Game Awards, the big news of the week. And even though we've already been talking for 38 minutes, we're probably going to be talking for another half an hour just about this.
Yes, because the winners, losers, and all of the stuff announced. It's a big one.
Yeah, it is absolutely massive.
Let's start with probably one of the biggest things to come out of it, an Unreal Engine 5 experience for The Matrix Awakens. There's a trailer and an actual demo that you can play. Did you play it?
No, I didn't play it. I
Are you
might do.
going to play it? Because it is on PC and PlayStation and Xbox, I think.
Well, I feel like my PC's going to die if I play it.
Well, if you can run on a PlayStation, you'll be fine.
Well, it depends if it needs to run on PS5. Can I run on PS4?
I don't think so.
Then my PC might die.
Because it's Unreal Engine 5. So this is like basically just showing off the level of graphical fidelity that most games in the future might have.
It does look amazing.
I forgot to look at stuff about it, so it didn't interest me. The Matrix doesn't interest me.
No, but the actual quality of
Oh
game...
no, I looked. The quality looks, from what I've seen in terms of screenshots, I did go, ooh, that looks interesting. I did want to play the demo because I want to see what Unreal Engine 5 looks like.
Well, I've seen people make games in Unreal Engine 5 because it's in sort of like a beta period right now.
Early access sort of thing, yeah.
And it looks fantastic. It is absolutely phenomenal. And the amazing thing is, it doesn't make games more intensive.
No, it's a lot of pre-built assets and stuff like that, so smaller studios can save costs rather than having to develop. And also the space saving, because I think its rendering thing is different because you had to have so many different assets for different renderings. Now it does it real time, so you don't have to make loads of different assets for different distances. It would just real time lower the quality as it zooms out rather than having you manually do that through different things.
I imagine Unreal Engine is probably one of the best things Epic has done.
What about Fortnite, Dan?
We ignore Fortnite because that game killed Paragon, and that will always hold me dear to my heart.
But it's back, according to our friend.
It's always back. All the
Yeah.
assets released to the public.
Yeah, which is nice. I like that. That's the best thing they did.
Yeah, but the only thing about
So
that is there's now four knockoffs all come out at the same time.
Yeah, but I
Only
want to play
one
the
can
best.
win. Anyway, shall we go on to the winners?
Yeah. Let's go on to the winners of the.
So I'm not going to go on the nominees. I'm just going to go for the winners because it's too much otherwise. Well, I think we covered the nominees a couple weeks ago. So the winners, Game of the Year, It Takes Two.
Which was a surprise, but I'm glad it did win because out of all the games that were on that list, that was the one I was going to play.
The Content Creator of the Year was Dream.
Yeah, I don't care about that at all.
For those who don't know, he's a Minecraft player.
Pedophile.
No, he isn't.
He's a Minecraft player. Of course, he's a pedophile.
Okay, I do not condone what this man's saying. The most
Yeah, you do.
anticipated game is Elden Ring.
Yeah, that wasn't surprising.
Best mobile game was Genshin Impact.
Not surprising because people love that game.
Have you played
Best
that game?
indie was Kent of Bridge of Spirits. Nope.
Best narrative was Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Which I want to play. I really want to play that.
Well, now that I've actually finished Kenna, I might play it. But the thing is, I want to play Destiny as well. And I'm so busy right now. I don't have enough time at all.
Best game direction was Deathloop. Best art direction was Deathloop.
Best ongoing
Best
game.
action game was Returnal, a PlayStation 5.
Best ongoing game was Final Fantasy 14.
Best sports racing game was Forza Horizon 5. Best family game, It Takes Two again.
Best action adventure was Metroid Dread.
Best VR, AR was Resident Evil 4 VR.
Best community support was Final Fantasy 14.
Best performance was Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu,
Big
the
tit
big
lady.
boobied vampy. Yeah, not surprising at all why that one won. Because the internet collective jizzgasm over her.
Best role-playing game was Tales of Arise.
What's player's choice is Halo Infinite? What is that? Is that just best game that people want?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I tried playing Halo Infinite. I was just like, nah. Best esports game, League of Legends. Good TV show. Don't know about the game. Can't talk about the game.
It's hard. It's very toxic. It's not good for new people.
Best indie debut was Kenny Bridges Pierce again. Best indie. That would be surprising if it didn't win best debut. Oh no, no, because maybe it's a different studio. Maybe it's studio. But yeah, that's basically all. Best action adventure game, Metroid Dread. That's basically it. Best strategy was simulation was Age of Empire 4.
Yes, I mean I think there's a couple of surprising ones. Some
It
not
Takes
surprising.
Two. I was definitely thinking Deathloop would probably have won, but because that's the one you expect to win. You don't expect the It Takes Two to win.
I'm
glad
glad
It Takes Two.
in Resident Evil Village.
Nah, it's a horror game. That's not likely to win.
I think It Takes Two probably won it because of streaming. So many people I think streamed that game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just happy it won because that's the director is the guy who said "fuck the Oscars" at one of the Game Awards, and it was just the funniest shit ever. But also, he made a really nice post about how after he got back from the Game Awards, he got back to his best award, and it was his child, which is kind of a funny little sweet thing to say. But yeah, that's the biggest. That's the biggest stuff out of the winners. Let's go on to the reveals of stuff.
Yes, so of course Game Awards come around, so they start making a shit ton of trailers.
Yeah.
So many. Even Destiny got one.
Yeah. But, Dan, you might like this one. Star Wars Eclipse, a game set during the High Republic era, got a cinematic reveal trailer, but it was made by the people who made Detroit Become Human.
Yes, it did look quite interesting. I'm imagining this is going to be probably the same as Detroit Become Human, sort of the same...
Story-based, choice-based.
Although I don't think it's going to top it, Detroit Become Human was it was special. It was very unique.
Well,
sorry, it's
have you
unique
ever played
to
any of the other
game.
games?
You can't...
Because that
can't get the same
way
impact.
of storytelling isn't unique, because they made a bunch of other games with it. There's a game with
No, but I mean sort of like the
Elliot
actual
Page in
story impact behind it. I don't think they can get the same impact.
I need to
with Star
play
Wars.
it. I'm sure you could.
It was
There's
so
droids
deep.
in it, Dan. What if there's a robot uprising from the droids?
Because it was all about AI becoming conscious, becoming
Yeah.
like, self-aware,
Yeah.
and sort of like people hating them, or some of them just like wanting to live,
Yeah.
and they're just killing them.
That's
all.
how Star Wars, those are the Star Wars droids. They could do that.
I don't think it's gonna happen in Star Wars. Droids.
Dan, did you watch Han Solo, a Star Wars story where that feminist robot droid was trying to start a revolution for the droids? Maybe it follows her story.
No.
Sonic 2, Dan.
Ah, yes. Knuckles and Tails are joining Sonic.
So this is a mixture of our film news and game news because it's a video game movie. It looks okay. I mean, I like the first one. I don't love the first one. I think it's just an okay movie. I would have thought it would have been funnier if they kept the original design. Because I was like, how the fuck would that original design work in that movie without terrifying you every second?
One that I'm quite interested in is Among Us VR for PSVR.
Yeah. I don't know how that... I have seen VR because people have modded VR chat rooms and stuff like that to have Among Us in it. So could
Imagine
be
how
interesting.
terrifying that would be, though. You're just doing your task and you might see someone running up behind you. Just
Yeah, it looks fun. We got a new Star Trek game was announced with a trailer. Don't really care about Star Trek that much. Shadow of Mordor developers announced a Wonder Woman game for PlayStation 5, which looks... It's just a cinematic, so it's going to be a long way away, but I mean, that looks cool. I mean, I want to play that. That's one of the ones. Maybe Patty Jenkins can ruin it somehow. Maybe it's just a storyline of that. There's a new Lord of the Rings Gollum game.
Yeah.
We already spoke about the Matrix Awakens. Rocksteady's Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League actually showed off gameplay. It looks fun. I don't know if I'm going to play it. You gonna play it?
Oh, which one?
Rocksteady's Suicide Squad.
Oh, yes, definitely. 100%.
Did you like the gameplay?
I don't care.
Because
I don't
it
care.
looks very it kind of looks Guardians of the Galaxy with the gameplay.
Yeah, but you can play as all 4 characters.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
I'd
probably just...
so excited for those 2 games next year. Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad. I cannot wait for those two games.
Films.
Shut up.
There's a real-time strategy game for Dune called Spice Wars coming. There's a Expanse Telltale Games adaptation. Wait, didn't Telltale Games die?
I thought that happened, yeah.
Huh.
Didn't we cover that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we covered Telltale Games dying. Elden Ring got a story trailer. I mean, it's the most hyped game of next year, so who isn't expecting like a story? Like, it's all going to be in the background. A Halo TV series revealed trailer. So if you're excited about Halo, go and watch the trailer. Destiny 2: The Witch Queen unveiled new gameplay footage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that DLC as well, man.
Dying Light 2 offered a CGI story trailer. I like Dying Light 1.
I wasn't
It was a fun game. Well, this one's got the new one's got like world building sort of. Every decision you make will change the way the world works.
Oh, I don't like that. It's too much pressure.
Yeah, but you don't have to. It just does it in the background. You don't have to. This is one I really want to play. This one I really want to play, but I can't play it unless I buy it on PC because it's an Xbox now. Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga got a gameplay reveal trailer. I really want to play it because I really like it. Also, A Plague Tale Requiem got a trailer. Another game I really want to play. Yeah, and that's Tiny Tina's Wonderland, the Borderlands spin-off, got a story trailer. Saints Row Reboot revealed a gameplay trailer. A lot of stuff that Alan Wake 2 announced a first trailer. I mean, a lot of stuff is just coming out.
I think that's about it. The most important things.
All the interesting stuff.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other indie stuff, but I don't think people...
Well, there's a bunch of other bigger stuff that I don't care about, so I'm just not... Like, I could run through everything, but I'm just like,
There's a lot of things, but I think we covered the base things.
I mean, I'm excited for a lot of the stuff that's coming, but a lot of it's going to be like 2023, 2024. Like, Wonder Woman, I don't think is going to come out till like 2024.
At least in 2024, we'll have time to play games again.
Oh, because it's the Shadow of the War people. I wonder if they're going to do the actual warmonger Wonder Woman, where she's like a proper vicious, cuts people's heads off warrior from like the Injustice sort of style.
Maybe.
Because Shadow of the War is like Shadow of Mordor, like the Shadow of War games are like some of the most brutal like combat systems that they have, because it's based similar to the Arkham combat system, but it's a lot more brutal because you actually have decapitations and stuff like that.
Yeah, Arkham doesn't kill him. Kidding.
Yeah. But it's like proper brutal. So I wonder if they'll do Wonder Woman like that. Maybe it'll be a spin-off to the Justice League where she goes evil. Maybe she won't die in that. Let's jump into Sony news.
Yes, so Scuf has got a new gaming controller, which could be a great alternative to the PS5 DualSense for PC.
Yeah, so Scuf is like a knockoff. Well, not like a knockoff, but they do make like custom edited controllers and stuff like that. So basically it's their version, but it's got now flappy panels on the back. So you get extra, like the Elite controller for the Xbox Series of line. So it could be interesting.
Yes, how much is it?
About $200.
$30.
Well, that's cheaper than the Reflex FPS sells for a whopping $260 though.
That is mental.
Yeah, so they've got 3 different levels. They've got like a Pro, they've got a Reflex FPS, and then they've got a standard one. And so there's some like Pro level ones where you get some proper like triggers and all of that.
I think I'd just rather buy a DualSense controller.
Yeah, the DualSense controller. I wonder if it has the rumble and stuff. Or
Probably
like
not. I've noticed problems. So games like Rocket League, the rumble doesn't work.
Well, no, they have to implement it. That's the thing.
Well, there's no rumble tool works on Rocket League.
But is that PC?
Yeah, PC specific.
Well, yeah, they haven't implemented it. That's why. Because they have to implement it on Steam. If they don't implement it on Steam, it doesn't work.
Well, it's Epic, but yeah, same thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Epic.
Same difference.
Well, yeah, Epic doesn't even have a controller.
No, they don't.
exactly. Steam at least has the thing, so you can play like COD and stuff, but it should have some level of haptic feedback. But it's just if the developer actually bothers to do it for cross-platform, and because Sony's been very against it, there's been no real push for it. So,
but going on to our last gaming story of the week, Sony has revealed an 8-car VR. 8-car? 8-car?
They made 8 cars.
It's 8 cars. Sony reveals an 8K VR headset prototype. However, this is unlikely to be part of the PSVR 2.
No. Although it could be cool if it was, but it's not going to be.
I doubt it. I think it'd be too expensive.
It would cost a fortune. Imagine the retail sales on that when all the scalpers buy them.
So it's not actually 8K. It's actually 4K for each eye.
Yeah, but it's 8K added together.
Although I would love to try this because I reckon it'd be absolutely amazing.
Well, I want to get the PS5 VR, so when it comes out, when they announce the actual headset, because all they've announced is the controllers so far. So
yeah, I reckon it'd be great. I reckon it'd be good, but we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, let's go on to another subsection of Weird, Wacky, Wonderful World. And I saw this news story. I know you brought it up, I saw it as well. And I thought it was quite hilarious. Bomb Squad has raced to A&E because a patient has arrived with an artillery shell up his arse.
Yeah, an old school World War II, World War One artillery shell.
Yes,
like thick lead.
He, quote, fell on it.
Yeah, the classic, if you have something shoved up your bum, you fell on it.
Because
naked,
that's how it
without
works,
trousers on.
Yes, you're cleaning your house naked. Yes, I see. And you just had an artillery shell lying around. Yes, I see how that
I got
works.
out of the shower and didn't have a towel wrapped.
How does this happen? How does this actually happen?
No, they need to start making bombs with flared bases. That's how they stop this.
What goes through someone's head when this happens? They go, oh, there's a massive artillery shell here. Size of my hand. Do you know what I'm quite fun if I shove this up my ass?
I mean, it's quite a big fucking thing as well.
I told you, size of a hand. It's massive.
Yeah.
How did it even get up there? How did it get stuck up there?
Well, Dan, if you want to know something, there's a thing called the Moby Huge. And it is about the size of a small child. And it is a dildo. And people have actually managed to get that up there. So,
my God.
Yeah. So I imagine he was trying to do that.
Yeah, it's not the first thing. Do you know what we should do actually one day for TBO? Reacting to things that people have shoved up their ass.
Yeah, that could be an interesting thing.
Giving it a number out of 10 painful factor.
Add it to the list. But let's go on to science and tech time.
Yes, we've not got many stories. We're nearly over. Our final stretch. Woo!
Yeah, Dan's happy it's a short one.
I like short ones, you know.
I nodded.
Thank you. No, that's not right. Astrophotographer has snapped the clearest ever photo of the sun, and it looks beautiful. I'm going to set it as my wallpaper.
Don't look at it directly.
Oh yeah, that's how it works. All the sun's radiation goes through the screen.
Yeah.
That's how science works, yes.
Yeah. What if you got a really bright light screen with loads of nits?
Yeah, I might actually take this photo, you know. It's actually so detailed. It looks so cool.
So the resulting photo is an enormous 300 megapixel, 30 times bigger than the standard image. So it's quite very in depth. You can see the details of the sun and moon.
You can see all these solar flares popping off it as well.
Yeah, it's very nice. I can't wait for the sun to engulf us and kill us all.
Well, you might have to wait a while. He'll probably be dead first.
Oh, he's got a big old telescope here in the picture.
Well, it has to be. Have you seen how...
So the process is a difficult one and requires a specialist telescope with 2 filters in order to prevent a fire and the photographer going blind. So in order to take the photo, you could go blind.
Well, yeah, I mean, all the radiation's concentrated into one lens.
Yeah. So the telescope has it has a diameter of 1.39 million kilometer and is 330,000 times the mass of the Earth. 3/4 of the star is made of hydrogen, followed by helium, oxygen, carbon, neon, and iron. It is a G-type main sequence star and is sometimes called a yellow dwarf. I'm learning all these science things.
Yeah, you know, we've actually got a very small sun. It's actually...
Yeah, I've seen the Kirkusat's video of the big suns.
Yeah, the big... So I think
and also big black holes.
Our sun won't turn into a black hole. It will just turn into a white dwarf.
Yeah, and then there's
black dwarf.
Races.
Very depressing. I mean, it's called a black dwarf because it goes black.
Racist.
I don't think that's racist. If something's black and you call it black isn't racist. Like, me saying my chair's black isn't racist. It's because it's
Racist.
actually kind of black.
Racist. Why you gotta fucking call out its color, Dan?
For goodness sake.
Talk about its personality.
That's not what racism is. Also, for anyone who doesn't know what racism is, that's not what it is. It's about being discriminatory because of its color.
It's racist.
Me saying the color doesn't make it racist.
You're calling it out for being black. Why are you gonna do that, man?
I'm not discriminating against it, therefore I'm not being racist.
Racist bastard.
Well, let's move on to a very sad story at the end. Blockchains!
Woo.
Kickstarter is to move crowdfunding platform to a blockchain.
Not remove, you said remove.
Did I say remove?
Yeah, you said
I
remove.
said to move, sorry. Meant to move.
Yeah. Kickstarter to move crowdfunding platform to the blockchain. So, let's cancel Kickstarter. No more Kickstarter campaigns. No more helping people in hospitals in America because they can't afford healthcare.
Yeah. It's your own fault. You live in a stupid country that doesn't have it.
Yeah, this just sucks and I don't like this news.
Why is it all going? It's fine how it was, right?
Yeah, and now they're killing the environment. Now they're going to have to set up Kickstarter campaigns to save the environment whilst killing the environment.
There's going to be a Kickstarter to move it back off a blockchain.
True. Give them the funding that they need to not have. Now we'll get Kickstarter NFTs.
Yeah, we will. So I think that's it for our science news this week. Have you got anything you'd like to recommend?
I recently, I watched today Blood of Zeus, which came out last year, which is like a retelling of like the Greek gods, and it's an anime, so you won't like it. And it's a very similar art style to Castlevania, so you won't like it. But it's a good story if you like Greek gods. I reckon. I'd say give it a watch at some stage. I wasn't expecting much, but I was just like, wildly blown away. It's quite good. Not arcane level.
I mean, of course not. I'm just not going to recommend...
It's still an enjoyable ride.
I'm not going to recommend doing an apprenticeship with your uni degree because it takes all of your free time, and I have no free time right now. I'm very depressed.
But you have a free time to do an hour podcast, Dan.
I don't class podcasts as free time.
Yeah, it's free. We don't get paid for this. We spend money on this.
We do.
We burn money.
So therefore it's not free, is it?
Wow, it's net negative.
Net negative. Busy man. Don't recommend it. It's hard. But that's the podcast episode over and done with. Please leave a like, comment, review,
Dan,
share.
Do you know what comes out this week that everyone needs to watch?
Yes,
Spider-Man.
and... What?
Well, we got Spider-Man coming out.
Yes, Spider-Man. Hopefully we have a Spider-Man trailer. A Spider-Man...
Trailer?
Oh, God.
Review.
A Spider-Man review at the end of this week. If COVID's nice to us and nothing gets locked down.
Yeah, if the government doesn't fuck us.
Yes, we hope anyway. We hope there'll be a review. If not, we will probably have a quiz about Spider-Man.
Well, no, we'll swap it to Arcane.
Oh, swap it to Arcane. We'll do an Arcane review. This week will either be an Arcane review or Spider-Man review, depending on COVID, alright?
You'll still get the Arcane review even if there is a Spider-Man one. We will record that at some stage.
Hopefully, if I'm not too busy.
Yes. Yeah, it's Dan.
Busy man,
it's
like I
Dan.
said.
I'm free. I have no life. So.
Anyway, thank you for listening, and we will hope to see you next week.
See ya.